Hello, you are welcome to the presentation on the topic Hire Purchase System Part 2. Already I have explained you about repossession of the goods by the hire seller. The repossession could be in two ways, that is complete repossession and partial repossession. Complete repossession you already understood earlier. Now I am explaining partial repossession. Already I have given you the theoretical background and how the journal entries are recorded in the books of hire purchaser and hire vendor. And I already solved two problems on partial repossession. Now let me explain you some more problems. With the help of that you will be able to understand partial repossession of the goods by the hire seller properly. Okay, we'll take this problem. United Traders purchased 5 trucks on hire purchase system on 1/1/2014 from Bharat Limited. So United Traders are the hire purchasers and Bharat Limited is the hire vendor. Okay, cash price of each truck is 2 lakh. So 5 trucks into 2 lakh. So 10 lakh is the cash price of 5 trucks. The price was payable in 5 installments of 44,000 per truck every year. So this was payable in 5 installments of 44,000 per truck every year. The first being paid on signing the contract. That means that is the down payment. Out of 5 installment, 1 is the down payment and the remaining 4 are annual installments. The installments included interest at 5% per annum. Okay. If you look at the hire purchase price per truck, it is 44,000. And if you consider 5 installments, that will be 2,20,000. Whereas cash price of each truck is 2 lakh. That means the difference between the hire purchase price and cash price of each machine is 20,000. And how this 20,000 is collected in different installments, you must know. Okay. The United Traders decided to provide depreciation at 10% per annum on the diminishing balance method. It paid the installment due at the end of first year but could not pay the next. So in 2015 they failed to pay the installment. Give necessary ledger accounts in the books of both the parties for 2 years. If Bharat Limited agreed to leave 3 trucks with hire purchaser, adjusting the value of other 2 trucks against the amount due. The trucks were valued by Bharat Limited on 20% depreciation on diminishing balance method. Normal depreciation is 10%, whereas when 2 trucks were repossessed, they were valued at a depreciation of 20% on the hire purchase price. The hire vendor spent 16,000 on repairs and sold them for 3,52,000. Okay, now we'll open the necessary ledger accounts in the books of United Traders, that is hire purchases. The accounts you need to open are trucks account and then hire vendors account, that is Bharat Limited, interest account and depreciation account. Okay, let us see how trucks account is being operated or maintained. Trucks account added to Bharat Limited account. So this is with cash price. So purchase on credit basis because you are not paying immediate payment. Therefore, trucks account debtor, debit what comes in, asset comes into the business. So to Bharat Limited, 10 lakh. So 2 lakh is the cash price of each machine, each truck. Therefore, on 5 truck, the value will be 10 lakh. And depreciation is 10% on diminishing balance method. So 10% of 10 lakh will be 1 lakh. Therefore, the balance is 9 lakh. So 9 lakh is the balance brought down at the beginning, and second year depreciation is 10% on diminishing balance. So 9 lakh into 10%, 90,000. Second installment was not paid. So 2 trucks were taken over by Bharat Limited. So what is the agreed value of these 2 trucks? Similarly, 3 trucks were retained by United Traders. What is the value of these 2 trucks? So that you have to calculate, and whether there is any profit or loss on account of repossession of these 2 trucks by Bharat Limited. So all these 3 points, value of these 3 cases you have to ascertain. Therefore, I have provided some working notes. So first we will take a value of 2 trucks repossessed by Bharat Limited. So price of 2 trucks, price I mean cash price, 2 lakh into 2, 4 lakh. Depreciation on 2 trucks at 20%. When they repossessed, that is valued after charging a depreciation of 20%. So 20% on 4 lakhs come to 80,000. And then written down value at the end of the year is 3,20,000. And second year depreciation is here it should be 20%, not 30%. Okay. So that comes to 64,000. So 2,56,000 is the value. This is the agreed value of 2 trucks repossessed at the rate of 20% depreciation. Well, what is the value of 3 trucks left with the hire purchaser? So 2 lakh into 3, 6 lakh. Depreciation is charged at a normal rate of 10%. 10% on 6 lakh is 60,000. Written down value is 5,40,000. Second year depreciation is 10% on written down value, so 54,000. So remaining value is 4,86,000. Now you have to find out whether there is a profit or loss on repossession. So 2 trucks were taken over, so 2 into 2 lakh, 4 lakh. Normal depreciation at 10%, that comes to 40,000. Second year depreciation is on 3,60,000, written down value 10%, that comes to 36,000. So when the 2 trucks were taken over, the value at normal rate of depreciation is 3,24,000. This is the value if trucks were not taken over by the hire vendors. So hire vendors repossess these 2 assets, and the agreed value is 2,56,000. As a result, there is a loss of 68,000. You need not provide working note here because in trucks account the balancing figure will be 68,000. But to have a recheck, you can provide a working note, and therefore the loss which you incur on account of repossession of 2 trucks by hire vendors is 68,000. Now let us look into the trucks account for the second year. Already first year transactions we have looked into, and we have also calculated depreciation here. Now agreed value of 2 trucks, that should be credited to trucks account. So 2,56,000, working note number 1. Then value of 3 trucks left with us at normal rate of depreciation, 4,86,000. As a result, balancing figure is 68,000. That is nothing but loss on repossession of 2 trucks. This can also be calculated with the help of a working note. It's not necessary that you have to provide a working note. Here balancing figure itself will be the loss arising on account of repossession of the 2 trucks. So this one we have provided. So all the 3 working notes I have provided here. Now let us open hire vendors account, Bharat Limited account at trucks account debtor to Bharat Limited account. So with 10 lakh, this is the cash price of 5 trucks, 2 lakh into 5. And then there is a down payment, we have made a down payment 44,000 into 5, so 2,20,000. Then interest for first year, see 10 lakh is the cash price. Out of that, down payment is 2,20,000. Therefore, outstanding cash price is the remaining amount, that is 7,80,000. On that, you are calculating 5% depreciation. So 39,000 rupees are interest for the first year. Then you are making the payment of first installment 44,000 into 5. Therefore, that comes to 2,20,000 again. Therefore, balancing figure is 5,99,000. So at the beginning of second year, balance is brought down 5,99,000. And interest for second year is on 5,59,000 on the balancing value at 5%. Therefore, 29,950. You are not paying the second installment. Therefore, 2 trucks were repossessed by hire vendors. And agreed value is 2,56,000. Already working note has been provided there. Working note number 1. As a result, still you owe 3,72,950 to Bharat Limited. Alright, now come to interest account. First year interest is 21,600. So it is due to Bharat Limited, interest account debtor to Bharat Limited. And interest being a nominal account, that should be closed at the end of the accounting year. So it is transferred to profit and loss account, thereby it is closed. Second year interest is 14,400, which you already calculated. So it is due to Bharat Limited. And interest account is closed by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. So that's about interest account. Come to depreciation account. The entry for charging depreciation is depreciation account debtor to asset account. Asset here is trucks. So it is 1 lakh rupees. Already you have calculated that in trucks account. This being a nominal account should be closed at the end of the year. So the balance is transferred to profit and loss account. Similarly, second year depreciation is on written down value basis method. It is 90,000 rupees, which you have calculated in trucks account. And that is being transferred to profit and loss account. Thereby, depreciation account is closed for the second year also. So these are the ledger accounts opened in United Traders account. Now we'll move on to hire vendors book. Hire vendors are Bharat Limited. Let us see how the transactions are recorded in their books by opening the ledger accounts. So first one is Messrs United Traders account. And the other one is interest account, and the next one is repossessed stock account. Depreciation account will not be opened in hire vendors books because for them the trucks given are sold to United Traders is nothing but goods. But for United Traders, that is not goods, but that's an asset. That's why we have opened truck account. So for the buyers, it's an asset. For the seller, these are goods. So that is why Messrs United Traders account into sales account, not truck account, not asset account. So 10 lakh. And down payment received 2,20,000. Now we are hire vendors, and therefore we have received down payment from the United Traders. So 2,20,000 down payment. And interest due from them, we have already calculated 39,000. And first installment we have received 2,20,000. As a result, balance is 5,19,000 due from United Traders. Okay, at the beginning of second year, this is the amount due. Interest for the second year is 29,950. So total amount due from them is 6,28,950. Of that, you have taken over 2 trucks, and the agreed value of that is 2,56,000. Working note is provided. Therefore, balance due is 3,72,950. This will be carried forward to next year, because in the case of partial repossession, the accounts will not be closed because still the hire purchaser is in possession of 2 trucks. And therefore the balance is carried forward. Not 2 trucks, rather 3. Okay. Now we'll move on to the interest account. Interest is due from United Traders. So interest is an income for us. That is why it is credited by 39,000 due by United Traders. And interest being a nominal account should be closed by transferring the balance to profit and loss account at the end of the year. Second year also interest due by United Traders is 29,950 and this is being transferred to profit and loss account. Thereby interest account is closed for the second year also. Now come to the repossessed stock account. Yes, agreed value of repossessed stock account is 2,56,000 and entry, repossessed stock account letter to hire purchases account. So here hire purchases are United Traders. So 2,56,000. In this problem, it is mentioned that after repossession of the goods, the hire vendors have incurred some repair expenses to the extent of 16,000. So whatever expenses are incurred, that will be debited, and whatever incomes are received, that will be credited. So repossessed stock account letter to bank account for the interest. For the repair expenses incurred. So to bank account. And you have sold those goods which you have repossessed, and the amount you have realized is 3,52,000 on selling of the repossessed goods. Now you have to compare the two sides and you have to find out which side is heavier and which side is lighter. And this side is heavier, so 3,52,000. So there is a balancing figure of 80,000. This is nothing but profit on repossession. So that is why it is transferred to profit and loss account. So repossessed stock account is closed by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. If there are no further transactions like repair expenses, sale of repossessed stock, etc., then only two entries will be there. Repossessed stock account letter to United Traders account, then buy balance carried down. Next year again, to balance brought down. If transactions are there, you are entering the transactions, otherwise buy balance carried out. So like this it will be carried forward. Okay, this is about this problem. We'll move on to the next problem, problem number 4. Here on 1st January 2016, 5 trucks were purchased by Ganesh on hire purchase system from Karavali Motors. Okay, cash price of each truck is 5,50,000. The payment was to be made as follows. 10% of the cash down. 10% of the cash down. In other words, 10% is 10% of 5,50,000 is the down payment, and the remaining amount is nothing but paid in 4 subsequent half-yearly installments. So 10% is down payment, and remaining amount is paid at the rate of 25% of cash price in 4 half-yearly installments. Okay, Ganesh paid the first installment but could not pay the amount due on 31/12/2016. Here, accounting year ends on 30th June. So, first year will be from 1st January to 31/12/2016, only for 6 months, because you have entered into agreement only on 1st January, not on 1st July 2015. And the second year commences from 1st July and ending on 30th June 2016. So next one is June to July to 1st July to 30th June of 2017. Yes. Karavali Motors allows Ganesh to keep 3 trucks on the condition that the value of the other 2 trucks would be adjusted against the amount due. So 3 trucks were retained, 2 trucks were taken over. The trucks being valued at cost less 25% depreciation. Here it is taken as original cost method. Karavali Motors spends 60,000 on repairs and sells them for 9,50,000. Ganesh charges depreciation at 15% on original cost and closes the accounts on 30th June. Normal depreciation is 15%. but special depreciation is 25%. Okay, let us look into the details. So you need to open necessary ledger accounts in the books of both the parties, that is Ganesh as well as Karavali Motors. Yes. Cash price of the trucks 5,50,000 per truck. So for 5 trucks 27,50,000. Down payment 10% of cash price. So that comes to 2,75,000. And amount of each installment, that is 25% of cash price. That comes to 6,87,500. Now we'll find out what is the hire purchase price. So down payment is 10% of 27,50,000 for all the 5 trucks. So that comes to 2,75,000. Then 4 half-yearly installments, 6,87,500 into 4, 27,50,000. This amount is not this one. So this is a separate calculation, 6,87,000 into 4. So hire purchase price is 30,25,000. Alright, total interest you have to calculate here. Hire purchase price is 30,25,000. Cash price is 27,50,000. Therefore, total interest is 2,75,000. In other words, cash price plus total interest is equal to hire purchase price. But we have to calculate total interest here. So hire purchase price minus cash price equal to total interest. So normally interest is calculated for each installment on outstanding cash price. Outstanding cash price. But here the problem is rate of interest is not given. Therefore, you have to find out the way to apportion the total interest among 4 installments. So when interest rate is not given, then the total interest is apportioned or allocated among different installments based on the ratio of outstanding hire purchase price at the beginning of each half-yearly installment. If it is annual installment, at the beginning of each annual installment. Now let us see what is the hire purchase price outstanding at the beginning of each half-yearly installment. So beginning of first installment, say hire purchase price is 30,25,000. Down payment is this one. So outstanding hire purchase is 27,50,000. Beginning of first installment is outstanding value hire purchase price at the beginning of first installment is 27,50,000. And you have paid the first installment. As a result, you will get what is the outstanding hire purchase price at the beginning of second installment. And to calculate the outstanding hire purchase price at the beginning of third half-yearly installment, for that you have to take second installment outstanding at the beginning of second half-yearly installment. That is 20,62,000. So this one must be taken here. So you have paid the second installment. Therefore, this is the outstanding hire purchase price at the beginning of third installment. Now you have to calculate what is the hire purchase. So you have to find out what is the installment price outstanding at the beginning of third installment. So that is 13,75,000. So this value you are drawing, this one. Then third installment you have paid. Therefore, after deducting 6,87,500, outstanding hire purchase price is 6,87,500. So this should be fourth one, not third one. Okay. So look at the values here. 27,50,000, 20,62,500, 13,75,000 and 6,87,500. So here ratio is 4:3:2:1. So the total interest is apportioned like this. First installment 2,75,000 into 4 by 10. Second one 2,75,000 into 3 by 10. And third installment is 2,75,000 into 2 by 10. And third installment interest is 2,75,000 into 1 by 10. So 27,500. But this should be fourth one, not third one. Value of 2 trucks repossessed. cost of cash price of the trucks repossessed by the hire vendor 11 lakh. So 5 lakh 50,000 into 2. Then depreciation on these trucks. So till 30th June, this is the first half yearly installment due. So 1 lakh 37,500. Here the first accounting year ends. It is given in the problem every year accounts are closed on 30th June. Therefore here you will get only half year. Then for the next accounting year, again second half yearly installment is not paid. Therefore till 31st 12 2016. Actually second year ends on 30th June 2017. But second installment is not paid, so we are calculating till this date. So that comes to 1,37,500 under original cost method. So total depreciation is 2,75,000. 11 lakh minus 2,75,000. So 8,25,000 is the value of 2 trucks repossessed. And what is the value of 3 trucks retained? So here you have to provide normal rate of depreciation. 2,75,000 into 3, 16,50,000. Depreciation for first half year, okay, 1,23,750. Depreciation is normally calculated at the end of the accounting year. Your accounting year ends on 30th June. Therefore, you will get here only 6 months. So you are calculating for half year 1,23,750. And in the next accounting year again, there is default at the end of first half yearly installment, that is on 31st 12 only. Therefore we are calculating the depreciation for half year. So that also is 1,23,750. So 2,47,500 total depreciation. Deduct that from the cash price of the 3 trucks, so you will get 14,02,500. Okay, now let us calculate the loss on repossession. So 2 trucks were repossessed, 11,000. So depreciation at normal rate. So totally for 1 year. So at the rate of 15%, so 1,65,000. So the remaining value is 9,35,000 after deducting depreciation. But agreed value of these 2 trucks is 8,25,000. See, it is given in the previous this one here. So 8,25,000 is the agreed value at which 2 trucks were repossessed. As a result, there is a loss of 1,10,000. So 1,10,000 is the loss arising on account of repossession of these 2 trucks. Actually, this need not be calculated in the trucks account. That will be the balancing figure. Okay, now let us look into the ledger accounts here. Here it should be, I am subject to correction, 27,50,000. 27,50,000 should be the value here. There is a mistake. So this value is correct. This value is also correct. So depreciation. So this is the balance. Here also 27,50,000 should be the total. Then balance brought down 25,43,750. Depreciation for second year is this much for half year. Agreed value of 2 trucks taken over 8,25,000. Then value of 2 trucks, 3 trucks here, it should be 3 trucks. Left with the hire purchaser 14,02,500. As a result, balancing figure is 1,10,000. This is nothing but loss. Of course, separate working note is also provided, but it is not necessary to provide separate working note. Automatically you will get this value, but you can have a counter check whether the value is correct or not. Alright, next Karavali traders account. So by trucks account 27,50,000. Then 2 bank account, this is the down payment, and interest for first year is 1,10,000. Already we have calculated 1,10,000 on the down payment, that is 27 lakh minus 2,75,000 on the remaining value. You have apportioned it, total of 2 lakh Yes. So here 2,75,000 is a portion. So first year interest is 1,10,000. Yes, 1,10,000 is the first year interest, and you have paid the first installment 6,87,500. As a result, balance is 18,97,500. So balance brought down 18,97,500. Okay, to trucks account, because this is the agreed value of 2 trucks repossessed, and this is the balance still due to Karavali traders. This is the interest for second year, which you already calculated. So this is the outstanding value at the beginning. This is interest. So total amount payable 19,80,000. Of that, 8,25,000 is the agreed value of assets taken over, and 11,50,000 is the amount still payable to Karavali traders in respect of these 3 trucks. So first year interest 1,10,000. So interest account to Karavali traders account. Interest account is a nominal account. So closed by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. Gain for second year 82,500. Closed the interest account by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. Depreciation for the first year is 2,06,250. Transferred that to profit and loss account. Second year interest is also 2,06,250, and therefore it is transferred to profit and loss account. Now ledger accounts in the books of Karavali traders. So first one, for sale of 5 trucks to Ganesh accounted to sale, but it is regarding higher sale, therefore higher is recorded here, written here. So 27,50,000, and down payment received is 2,75,000, and interest due is 1,10,000 by Ganesh. As a result, total amount due is 28,60,000. Of that, 2,75,000 you have received down payment, 2,87,500 first installment. Then the balance due at the end of first year is 18,97,500, and this is brought down here. And second year, these assets are taken over, and therefore repossessed stock account 8,25,000 at an agreed value. Interest is 82,500 for the second year. So 18,97,500 amount due at the beginning. Interest 82,500 due for the year. Total amount due is 19,80,000. Of that, 2 trucks were taken over, therefore by us. Therefore, the agreed value is 8,25,000. Still 11,55,000 is receivable from Mr. Ganesh. And interest is an income for us, therefore it is credited by 1,10,000, debiting Ganesh account, and that is transferred to profit and loss account. Thereby interest account is closed, interest being a nominal account, that is closed at the end of the year. Second year interest is 82,500 due by Ganesh, and interest account is closed by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. Now regarding repossessed stock, you are opening a separate account called repossessed stock account. Repossessed stock account into Ganesh account, and the agreed value is 8,25,000. And on these goods repossessed, you have incurred some repair expenses, and therefore the entry is repossessed stock account into cash account 60,000. This entry is for incurring expenses for repair. Then you are selling the repossessed stock for 9,50,000. So by bank 9,50,000. Now when you compare the two sides, there is a balancing figure of 56,000. This is nothing but the gain or profit you make on repossession of the stock. So that is transferred to profit and loss account. So that's about that second problem. Next, We'll move on to the next problem, problem number 5. Okay, Prakash Electronics Udupi bought 5 TV sets from BPL company. So higher purchases are Prakash Electronics and higher vendors are BPL company. And the asset from the point of view of Prakash Electronics are the TV sets. And these are assets for Prakash Electronics Udupi, whereas goods for BPL company. Alright, cash price of each TV set is 20,000, and it was agreed that rupees 25,000 should be paid immediately. So on all 5 trucks together, so 5 into 21 lakh, out of the 25,000 is down payment. In the remaining 75,000 is paid in 3 installments of 30,000. So 13 to 3, 90,000 plus 25,000, 1,15,000. Whereas cash price is 1 lakh. Company charges interest at 10%, depreciation is 20%. Prakash Electronics paid the down payment and 2 installments, but the 3rd installment was not paid. BPL company repossessed 3 trucks, 3 sets, that is TV sets, leaving 2 sets with buyer, adjusting the value of 3 sets against the amount due. The seller charges depreciation at 30% per annum on the diminishing balance. The sets repossessed were sold by BPL company for rupees 30,000. After necessary repairs amounting to rupees 5,000. Show the ledger accounts in the books of both the parties. So in the books of Prakash Electronics Udupi, TV sets account. Okay, first entry is TV sets account at BPL company account. 20,000 into 5 trucks, 5 TV sets, so 1 lakh. Depreciation is at the rate of 20%, so 20,000. So balance is 80,000. Second year balance is at the beginning 80,000. Second year depreciation is 20% on this written down value, that comes to 16,000. So the balance carried down is 64,000. So balance brought down at the beginning of 3rd year is 64,000. Depreciation for third year is on the written down value 20% comes to 12,800. And 3 trucks were taken over, therefore agreed value is 20,500. I have given a separate working note, and the value of 2 trucks left with Prakash Electronics, that is 20,480. Again working note is provided. Then the balancing figure will be transferred to profit and loss account, 10,140. This is the balancing figure. Or you can even provide a working note and calculate this value alternatively. But if necessary, that can be done. Otherwise, you will get the balancing figure, which is nothing but loss on trucks repossessed by the vendors, BPL company. Okay, now you see the value at which 3 TV sets were repossessed. 20,000 into 3, 60,000. So depreciation here for revaluation purpose is 30%, not 20%. So 30% on 60,000 comes to 18,000. The written down value is 42,000. On that 30% for second year, 12,600. And for third year, on 29,400, 8,820. So 20,580. That is the value at which these 3 TV sets were repossessed by BPL company. And yes, now we'll move on to the 2 trucks, 2 TV sets left with the hire purchaser. So 20,000 each on 2 TV sets, so that will be 40,000. Normal depreciation 20%, therefore 8,000 for the first year. Written down value after that is 32,000. And depreciation for second year 20% at the rate of 20%, 6,400. So 25,600 is the balance. Now for the third year, again depreciation at 20%, therefore 5,120. So this is the value of two TV sets left with Prakash Electronics Limited. And there might be profit or loss on repossession. Normally there will be a loss. Let us see the loss suffered by Prakash Electronics. Actually, in the trucks account, you will get the balancing figure automatically, but still you can provide a working note. This is optional. Price of two trucks, 20,000 it should be. 20,000 into 3, it will be 60,000. And then depreciation at normal rate, 60,000 into 20%. For 2015, 12,000. And for the second year, again 20%, 9,600. And for the third year, it is 7,680. So now if you calculate the written down value, you will arrive at 30,720. This is the value at normal rate of depreciation. But agreed value on this should be TV sets. Agreed value on these three TV sets rather taken over, it is 20,580. Here it is 2, not 2, it should be 3 TV sets as calculated above, 20,520. This is the agreed value. This is the normal value. So the loss is 10,140. So that is why, see, it is written here. Agreed value is 20,580. And then loss on repossession is 10,140, and the balance carried down is 20,480 on these two trucks. It should be TV sets, not trucks. This also you have understood. Now we'll open BPL company account, hire vendors. Hire vendors account is created by TV set 1 lakh, and you have made a down payment for 25,000. So on the balance 75,000, 1 lakh minus 25,000. 75,000 is the outstanding cash price on this 10%, 7,500. And you have paid the first installment. As a result, the amount owing by you is 52,500. Alright, by balance brought down 52,500, and you have paid the second installment of 30,000. Second year interest is 5,250. So the balance still payable is 27,750. So that is brought down here, 27,750. And 3 TV sets were taken over at an agreed value of 20,580. Of course, before that you have to calculate the interest here. As a result, the balancing figure will be, yes, I have not recorded the balancing figure. The remaining value is nothing but balancing figure. It is okay. So it is nothing but 9,420. So that is the balance to be carried for. Balance carried down. Come to interest account. Interest account due to BPL company account, first year interest, which you already calculated. And interest being nominal account, it is closed by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. And second year interest is 5,250. That is transferred to profit and loss account. Third year interest is 2,250. That is transferred to profit and loss account, because interest account is a nominal account. That should be closed at the end of the accounting year. And depreciation account is opened here. Depreciation is charged for the first year. It is 20,000. and that is being transferred to profit and loss account. Thereby depreciation account is closed for the first year. Second year depreciation is 16,000, that is transferred to profit and loss account. Third year depreciation is 12,800, that is again transferred to profit and loss account. I have entered it here, so 12,800. Now we'll look into the ledger accounts in the books of BPL company. Okay, Prakash Electronics account debtor to higher sales 1 lakh, and you have received the down payment 25,000, and interest for the first year is 7,500, we have already calculated, and therefore first installment you have received 30,000. This is the amount owing by Prakash Electronics. We are the higher vendors. So 52,500 is brought down at the beginning of second year 2016. We have received the second installment 30,000, and therefore balance is still receivable 27,750. Okay. Now third year beginning 27,750 is the balance still due by the higher purchases. Interest for third year is 2,250, but third year installment we have not received, so we have taken over 3 TV sets, and therefore the value of that, agreed value of that, is 20,520. Now the balance is carried down 9,420. I forgot to enter there, so it is the exact amount 9,420. And then interest account. Interest is an income for us, so interest account is credited by 7,500, debited to Prakash Electronics Udupi, and interest account is closed by transferring the balance to profit and loss account. Second year interest is 5,250, same entry, but amount is different. It is closed by transferring that to profit and loss account. Third year also interest due is 2,250 by Prakash Electronics, and it is transferred to profit and loss account because interest account is a nominal account that should be closed at the end of accounting year. Repurchase stock account. So repurchase stock account debtor to Prakash Electronics, this is the entry we pass. When you post it here, it will be repurchase stock account debtor to Prakash Electronics 20,520, and you have further incurred some expenses on repair of these goods, so repurchase stock account debtor to bank account, and you have sold these goods for 30,000. Now if you compare the two sides, there is a balance, and this is nothing but profit on repossession of the stock. So by this I have solve this problem. So thank you.